Hi, everyone. It's great to be here with you. I'm so excited to connect. One of the things that my soul thrives on is connecting with you. And I'm going to do a centering meditation with you. But first, I'm going to look and see, oh my gosh, I'm going to hope that I can see when people jump on, because at this point I can't tell if anybody's on. So I'm going to just write this little comment. Oh, there's someone. Okay. So right now, I'm so happy to connect with anybody that is drawn to check in. And I'm drinking my protein shake here, and I got my water. I've realized there has been a lot of supercharged changes going on in the environment. And for me, I'm just going to talk until I see that somebody is joining us and would like to share some questions. And I'm going to share this to my other page because I have so many other people that are checking me out from my personal profile. Oh my God, and it's exactly 333 right now. That is the number numerological. Let's see if my brain and my words can match up today. Hi, Dawn. I'm so glad you're here. So anyway, looking at my phone, and it was 333, and that's the number of the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. It's also the number of divine creation. And the step from, hi, Lacey, I'm excited you're here too. So I was just saying that I looked at my phone and it was 333, and it gives me a boost of energy. I've called in, but when we call in these beautiful energies of light to be with us at any time, what we're really doing is coming back into our heart and back into our present moment and acknowledging that we're willing to be fully present with this divine support team that's with you all the time. So that's how I look at when we call in our angels and our guides and decide to be fully present with our higher self. And that's what I've done at this time. And I want to start with just a centering meditation for everybody, and give everybody a chance to come online. And anybody that's with us, if you have questions or concerns that are on your heart right now, then please post your comments. Please post what's going on with you. And I would be happy to talk to you and to look at the energy and tell you what information comes through, and also just guide you in coming back to how to receive your own guidance, your own information, because everything that I do is really centered around helping people, facilitating people to realize they have the answers within them, and helping people to come back to their own guidance. And what that looks like in real life, how to do that with everything going on in today's society, and hand juggling everything that you're juggling, and how you can actually truly apply techniques and things that if you decide that it's a priority for you to listen to your soul and to get in touch with your spirit and to have a deeper connection, a meaningful relationship with the divine, whether you call that God or spirit or just your higher self, which is plenty right there, because your higher self is always going to be in alignment with your full-on truth. Then whatever level at which you're seeking to have a more meaningful or purposeful life, then I really implore you to really go within. Do those techniques for you that allow you to have space, quietude, and go within, and start to feel what it feels like to actually just be with and in your own body and your own soul, and feeling and connecting what your own personal energy feels like. Some of the guidance that's really been strong lately is really simplifying and coming back to our own heart. There's, like I said, so much going on out there that we're constantly berated with so much stimulus and so many different collective thoughts and energies, and it can really drain you and get you just like not only depleted but off track, really get you distracted from what's really important for you. So Lacey, type any questions that you may have, if you or Don, if you have anything that you want to share. I'm going to just double check that this got shared to my other page so that these other folks can join us. And we'll do a centering. Perfect. We'll do a nice centering. So I just invite you to, wherever you are, if you're able to close your eyes, take some nice, deep, relaxing breaths and allow yourself, even if you have to keep your eyes open, allow your eyes to soften and to simply lightly glance, probably about 3 to 4 feet, probably about the level of your heart, and just land on a spot about that area. This is part of a mindfulness meditation practice where you simply feel the breath and you have your eyes open and you're literally becoming quiet and observing and just feeling. Sensing your breath as it goes through your body, and as you feel it on the tips of your nostrils, feeling the coolness of the breath as it comes into your body, and the warmth of the breath as it exits. Feeling your whole body soften in this moment, and allowing yourself to sink into this present moment. And as I guide you through a simple meditation, you don't have to listen to what the words are saying or what they mean, or try to visualize anything. You don't have to try to do anything. Just allow the sound of my voice to simply wash over you. With every breath, relaxing your body and allowing the wave of relaxation to begin at the top of your head and slowly cascade down the back of your head, the front of your face, relaxing every muscle in your face, relaxing your shoulders. With every breath, allowing your body to go deeper and deeper into this present moment relaxation. Allowing your mind to do what your mind is going to do, and just notice it. And when you notice that you're being pulled by your mind or your thoughts, bring your gentle attention back to your breath and the relaxation wave of light flowing from top to bottom in your body. Invite all of your energy back to the center of your body, calling all of your energy that has been left with any person, any place, or any situation in the past, present, or the future, calling everything back to you now that is yours. Back to the center of this moment right here, in the center of your body. Allowing your full presence to anchor into the seat of your soul, into this area within your second chakra where your belly is, and allowing your belly to be soft and supple. Releasing all of the tension that you may be holding in your back and in your stomach and in your shoulders. And invite in your own personal divine, your divine angels of light, your divine beloved beings and masters and guides of light that are all in alignment with your soul's very highest truth. And feel the difference in the energy around you as you come to the present moment and feel these higher frequencies of divine love and support that you've called in. Continuing to breathe nice and easy. And allow yourself to simply sit in a pool of light and warmth and reassurance and support, knowing that everything is perfect just as it is right in this moment. That everything that you are is beautifully divine and whole and complete. Connected to the everlasting supply of abundance and love that is available to you at all times. Allow your heart to open as if there are little shutters or French doors on the front of your heart and the back of your heart. And imagine opening them wide to the light and breathing fully and expanding your heart. Making a conscious connection with this divine light in your heart, and that is all around you, supporting you in all of the ways that you desire reassurance and support. Know that it is being given to you right now. Yes, you have all that you need. Allow yourself to relax and to give yourself permission to receive it. The peace that you have asked for, the increase in joy and fun in your life, the increase of abundance and prosperity, the increase in body, mind, and spirit health, direction and clarity, taking your next nice deep breaths, keeping that heart beautifully open to receive. Throughout this conversation and the rest of today, when you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. Hi, Melanie. So if you were here for that centering meditation, then let me know how you feel. Wow. Great comment, Lacey. And anybody else that's just joined, hi, Melanie. Then just take some nice deep breaths and allow your heart to fully open as you drop into your heart. And go ahead and post any questions or concerns that you have at this time. And I will be happy to provide any guidance and reassurance. So, Lacey, I'm reading Becoming Supernatural. I have not read that book. Yes, exactly. Emotions that keep you in the past. Feelings of resentment that come up that are conditioning of your childhood. Nice. Noticing those patterns, absolutely. This is the time. This is the time when all of our old patterns, our old thoughts, our old beliefs about ourselves are going to become very clear. And our level of awareness now to see that for what it is and to allow yourself to recognize it's literally just a pattern that you carried that you no longer have to carry. It's truly by your own choice because you're empowered 100% in every way and supported to bring a level of awareness that allows you to be fully conscious in everything that you're doing now. This is literally the time when everyone is being called forward to become fully present, to become fully congruent and aligned with their choices. So one of these choices is to look at what emotions you're feeling, just like you're doing, Lacey. So you've noticed from childhood some conditioning, and you've been meditating to rewrite the neurological pathways and become more balanced in the present moment. Absolutely. That is phenomenal. One of the things that I want to mention to you also, Lacey, and you may already know this, is when you sleep at night, you are doing tremendous amounts of work, and you can utilize that time to clear. So when you go to bed, look at what your intention is to release fully and completely, what realities or timelines you want to collapse. When I say that, I'm referring to any ties or connections to energies or relationships or situations, storylines that you're completely done with, that you feel a sense of release at this time. You're ready to be done with it consciously and subconsciously, and state to your higher self before you go to bed that while you sleep, you would like to collapse, you would like to close all old patterns that have to do with that topic or situation. So those feelings of resentment, before you will fully release them, you really are allowing yourself to see it and to look at it and to look at the people that are involved with that, and ask your higher self to show you the big picture. And you'll continue to get insights on the bigger picture as to the reasons why people were behaving the way that they were behaving. And continue with that heart-opening meditation and present moment. All you have to do is breathe in the present moment and imagine your heart, the doors of your heart on the front and the back of your heart. This is your heart chakra, opening to the light. And drop into your heart and move from your heart throughout your day. Whenever you notice you're holding your breath, or you're pulled in a lot of directions from your mind, just breathe again and consciously drop into the center of your heart, and then move forward from there. That is tied directly to allowing you to see things from a bigger picture and to feel a greater sense of divine understanding. I would say love, but we get caught up with what the human term of love is, but a greater understanding of the patterns that you're talking about from childhood and the relationships that were happening and the situations that you were in. And it allows you to release. That heart opening constantly will literally continue to add to the activation that you're talking about in your own energetic field and in your own conscious awareness right now. And allowing you to release hold, to release grip on what used to grip you, gripping you with fear, gripping you with the ideas that you're not worthy in some way. And as I said, going back to when you go to sleep at night, stating your intention to release, to fully release those patterns. And when I say patterns, I'm talking about the energy patterns, the behaviors and the beliefs that you have been carrying around with you, and ask that those be fully released and collapsed and closed once and for all in your sleep. And every day that you have a new insight, Lacey, on seeing certain emotions, seeing certain patterns, then note that for yourself and bring that to your bedside when you're ready at night, and state that as your specific intention to release. And if you have a ton of triggers around it still, the emotions around it, then you'll probably have to keep feeling that, but knowing that it's a conscious choice to go there and feel it and let it move out. And when you do that, when you cry or you get angry and you punch a pillow, allow yourself a safe space to do that, then that is literally going to move that energy out. And every time you're going to be clearing deeper and deeper. So good for you. Let me look at your question. Do you have any loving guidance, guiding light on the subject of releasing? Oh, okay. So that's what I was talking about. And then the resentment. Allow yourself to journal about what it is that you're specifically resenting, who or what situation, and let me know how you're feeling about what I have said and the suggestions that have already come forward. Let me know if any of that is hitting home for you or makes sense, or if you have any questions about it. Every situation that or memory that comes up for you, Lacey, where you feel it's connected to holding resentment, you might have to take it a little bit deeper, because the resentment is the reaction. The resentment is the result. The result of what's really being experienced, what was really being played out. And that's where you want to just take that higher wisdom and look at that situation with fresh new eyes, because you're able to do that now. You're able to do that. And I'm not talking about reliving, to the point where it's like I've got to relive everything. Absolutely not. What we're doing is coming at it from a higher perspective, from the perspective where you're at now, because you've been doing so much work. You've been doing your own energy work, that you're feeling new levels of awareness. And that is a real, true thing. Give yourself tons of credit for that. It's so easy for us to disregard the work that we're doing and the awareness that we have now. But it's truly a real level of transformation that we're at. That is to be recognized. So in the work that you've already done, you're able to already look from a higher perspective at the situations and who was involved, and allow yourself to look at not only the resentment, but further, what belief did you hold within you because of that? And then notice how it affected your relationship with other people as you went through your life. And you can, since you've been looking at the neurological pathways, you can also look at that as a timeline, and how the beliefs and the trauma that you experienced, whether you look at that as a trauma or not, on some level it absolutely was. If you're feeling resentment and you're consciously aware of that, you can look at how that affected the way that you approached other relationships and people in your life. So just your simply acknowledging from the bigger picture, Lacey, what was going on and how that's affected you assists in your conscious clearing of that. That's literally part of the conscious clearing. Looking at it, acknowledging it, seeing it from the bigger picture, and allowing yourself to feel anything that comes up in any moment. You may be triggered because you're doing this conscious clearing at some point to literally be crying from something that seems, I can cry from just hearing a song on the radio or seeing a baby smile, and knowing that I'm actually clearing some stuff that I've been working on, or that I'm consciously aware I'm feeling in that moment. So taking the time to acknowledge that and allow yourself to feel those emotions fully, so that energy moves out. So let me know if that makes sense, Lacey. And if you have a follow-up question on it, please let me know. Hi, Mary. Hi, Kelly. Okay, so if anybody has any concerns or questions that are on their heart at this time, and then I am happy and excited to have you post anything that you would like some guidance on or some insight. So I will go ahead and talk about the insights that I've been receiving lately until I get another question. That there is literally so much angst, and not only angst, but the feeling that we have to act now. We've got to take steps to affect change. That this is absolutely, oh, you're welcome, Lacey. Oh, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Your conscious choosing to surrender now will have a greater impact than some of the previous work we've done when we've, in the past. It used to be kind of heavy duty work to try to move through old shit. Now, everything's moving lightning fast. So you can move things very quickly if you're consciously aware of allowing it to release from the cells of your body, from your DNA, from your RNA, from your from every layer. You can just say every aspect of my being, every aspect in every reality or timeline. So absolutely, keep going, girl, and allow yourself, again, a lot of compassion during this time, and knowing that if you feel off center because of things like what I'm talking about, with feeling like we've got to move, there's a lot that needs to be done, it's a critical time, coming back fully into the present moment like we did in that meditation, coming back fully and using the tool to breathe and come back into the center of your heart all the time will make all the difference in the world. And since I feel like you're obviously really sensitive to energy too, Lacey, keep calling in the level at which you connect with the divine, whether it's whether it's a certain guide for you or whether, especially your higher self, constantly feeling your own soul and your own higher self and really feeling what it feels like to be fully in the moment with you and opening your heart to receiving more love, you will literally begin to really get in touch with that and become even more finely attuned so that you can hold your space if you feel sensitive to all the energy that's going on around you. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes there's so much that comes through that I ask for it to come in chronologically, but I still end up kind of going into a figure eight of all kinds of energy. So good for you, surrendering. That's the only way that we truly can make big breakthroughs. In my experience, we get to that point where we're ready to go, okay, I don't have the answers. And what I've been doing isn't comfortable anymore, isn't working anymore. Please, divine, beloved Mother, Father, God, Spirit, higher self, whatever your words are for your divine, I surrender this. I surrender all of my beliefs that I'm responsible for other people, for other people's happiness, for other people's choices, and for the whole of the world, the whole of the earth. Allow yourself to surrender it and to keep coming back to, let me be used. Let me be used in the highest way for my highest truth, so that your personal, unique contribution becomes really apparent to you. And each step becomes more clear to you to take. Sometimes we think that our steps, I'm going back to what we're talking about, that this time feels like we need to do some really drastic things. And you, absolutely everybody must listen to what it is they're being called to act upon from their highest truth. What's in accordance with your highest truth? And you will feel that. You will feel, if you're in tune, which I know if Mary is still here, she knows all about that. And then taking the step, being willing to take the step and commit to it and follow through, and constantly be willing to reevaluate your steps and switch it up. Be flexible. The information that you're going to be receiving from your soul can change on the drop of a dime according to what's best for you. So be willing to switch it up. Be willing to make a different choice at any point in time, and to realize when something doesn't align. Okay? Because there's so many different ways that you can express your own divine your own divine power. So if anybody else has any questions or thoughts on any of this information, if it's resonating for you or if it's not making sense, then let me know. Hi, Lena. It's so good to see everybody who keeps joining. My joy comes from connecting with people. And in Montana, that can be a little limiting just because, I see the same people all the time. So for me, this is really a joy to be able to connect with people that I don't get to see in person. So if you get the chance, Lena, take a look and do the meditation at the beginning of this recording when it gets posted. We did a nice heart opening meditation. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and post it. But until then, I'm going to keep talking about what is really super beneficial right now that I'm everybody that I know that I'm working with is getting guidance to come back to the basics, to come back fully into the still point within. And this is the pathway you're able to, and see, now I got to take a drink of my protein shake so my words come out. Okay. Coming into the present moment. That can sound really arbitrary, but taking deep breaths whenever you notice, and in fact, making it a point to notice when you're holding your breath throughout the day, and stopping in that moment, taking nice deep breaths and dropping into your heart. Imagining the doors or windows on the front of your heart and the back of your heart opening to the light, to your soul's light, to your divine connection with light. And from there, you've literally brought yourself back into the present moment. That's all I'm talking about. That's the practice that will shift, that will truly begin to shift your awareness and your ability to not react, your ability to feel freedom and space between your inner experience and what's going on outside of you. This is the guidance that's been really super clear. And what I've been doing, I've returned to sacred prayer. I've returned to consciously having divine conversation from my heart in a new way. I was working with the knowing that every aspect of the divine is within our own universe, our own higher self. And what I came to realize recently is that I had to also join back up with knowing that although everything is within us, everything is within our own universal self, there is also that deep respect and reverence for this greater divine source, this greater divine light, and that the two together are even more powerful to acknowledge and work from daily, to know that everything indeed is within you to be consciously aware of and to clear, and your choice to become fully present and work from your heart center. You have a choice in all of that, and you can see where there's old patterns, there's old beliefs, there's old energy and relationships that don't serve you. And you get to consciously move that and clear that very easily now and very quickly. And it's all within your universe, your higher self, including your divine guides and the divine aspects of compassion, the divine aspects of empowerment, the divine aspects of the warrior. And yet there's also this deep, powerful component of going into the moment of sacred connection. I call it sacred prayer, and acknowledging that the divine source and supply of deeper levels of healing and release come through a connection, a conscious connection with that source. So I had to come to the realization recently. It just came to me that I had been the language that we use is super powerful, and saying everything's within my universe. And please, ladies, please post any questions or concerns that are on your heart right now. I would love to specifically address things. Hi, Lena. Hi, Sherry. Oh, it's so good to see you here. My heart is filled with joy. Hi, Toady. Oh, it's so good to see you. So please post your questions. I'll be on for, as long as we need to while you're here to answer any questions. My head is just tingling on fire right now. So again, I was speaking in terms of my universe and all of the aspects that are within my universe, and looking at the different realities. So when I say that, I'm talking about the aspect of my clairvoyance and acknowledging that there's literally different timelines going on and different realities that I can tap into, tune into, and close out and collapse. But hi from Peru. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you being home. Oh, I'm so happy. That's so exciting. Peru is in my heart so deeply. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to get distracted. And just the language of constantly talking to my universe, there was something missing deep within my soul and my psyche that said, you're missing the sacred connection with God. And I say God, you can say that's a very personal choice to say God. Divine, great central sun, great spirit, all of these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful names for this great divine source of love, source of inspiration. And so I had to marry the two. I had to marry the fact that I'm working within my universe, my higher self that has all of these amazing aspects, and all of the timelines or realities that I'm either engaging in, or I'm ready to collapse, or I want to reset. But then I had to marry again back in this aspect of this divine source, this divine God connection, and go into sacred prayer, go back into the sacred chambers of my heart. Not that I ever left there, but really looking at it from an even wholer perspective, just sacred prayer from your heart. Oh my gosh, I can tell you stories of miracles. So it truly, truly, truly is a super powerful thing, and I believe it has something to do with our own psyche. We are dealing with ourselves not only at a soul level, but we're always going to still be dealing with this mental aspect of who we are while we're in this body. And the mental aspect, whether it's subconscious or conscious, certain needs, certain words to unlock this deeper sacred connection. So I did a post a little while back on losing your faith. and how that's a normal part. That is normal. It's a normal part of this process of awakening, coming into your full power. And it really is a sign for you to reset and to look at what it is that doesn't serve you anymore. And hi, Sherry. Two different Sherrys. Please post your questions or comments or concerns or blessings and gratitudes and insight. This is all about the interaction. I got bored doing live videos or doing videos and not getting people, not getting to interact. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm testing the waters with 2 live sessions today for different time zones to be able to connect. That those sacred words of surrender, the sacred words from your heart to connect in with your own divine, the divine aspect of God, whatever that is for you, literally unlocks things, because we still need those old sacred words and acts to fully surrender, to activate and to unlock things within us. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about realizing that not only are we working within our complete matrix right now, and you can consciously do that, and some people don't want to do that. So it's no big deal. We're all going to be operating through the types of clearing that we want to do. Basically the rising of our own awareness of what's most important for us now, and getting rid of the bullshit, getting rid of the stuff that no longer serves you, but coming at it now from a really conscious place and allowing yourself to literally choose to make new choices that are honoring what your soul is calling you to do. And your soul could be calling you to literally take a big breather, take a vacation, take some inside time for yourself to really reconnect. Okay, guys. I'm not seeing any more questions. I invite you all to look at the recording when I finish it, when I post it. There was a nice meditation, heart opening in the beginning. And I'm going to absolutely, just wanting to let you guys all know that you are so supported. Every time you show up for your soul and recognize you are honoring your journey right now, there is so much divine support for you. And even in those moments when you don't feel that divine support, allow yourself to call someone, to reach out to someone who can remind you of that. But look at your thoughts, look at your patterns of where am I focusing on the opposite side of the coin, the negative. Oh, you're welcome, Sherry, you're welcome. That's really part of this. Really taking that conscious choice to listen to your words, to listen to what it is that you talk about all the time, and how you can actually start talking about the solution instead of the problem. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for joining. If you ladies that are still here have any questions that are on your heart right now, any concerns or any thoughts or blessings or gratitudes, then please go ahead and post it. I'm still got about a few more minutes, and then I'm going to take a breather, and I'm going to do another Q&A at 5:30 Mountain, so that I can get some people that are in different time zones the chance to interact, because that's my favorite thing to do, is to interact. So absolutely know that every time you ask for help from your divine, then the help is truly heard, the help is truly given. And what I will say to that is to be sure, as I was talking about sacred prayer a moment ago, and sacred conversation from your heart with your soul, your higher self, and or your divine, Mother, Father, God, whatever you want, whatever your name is, for that divine source. One of the most powerful things that you can ask for, if you're going to be asking, and I encourage you to actually state your intentions, acknowledging that you're receiving already. That is an even more powerful process or language to use instead of asking. But there's a level of surrender that happens with the asking, and that's what I'm talking about, is going deep within your heart. Oh, Sherry, that's awesome. Going deep within your heart and asking for the assistance to surrender. Asking from your divine the clarity to see your misperceptions of thought, to see your patterns, and where you may be self-sabotaging yourself, which is really harsh, which is a really harsh word, but it's true. We do it. We ask, and we ask from a level that's not deep enough to really just ask, help me to see my shit. That's what I want to say. Help me to see my shit. Help me to see it clearly so that I know what it looks like, so that then I can consciously choose to let it go. Help me to let it go. Help me to surrender. I acknowledge that I'm receiving divine assistance from my highest truth, my highest connection with my divine source, this divine love. I acknowledge and intend to become consciously aware of the thoughts in my mind that detract me from my purpose, that detract me from my greater gift, that detract me from living fully in love. I acknowledge and intend to become even more willing to surrender those relationships with people, with situations and circumstances from the past or the present that are keeping me held in an old vision of my world. I acknowledge and intend to connect with you, dear Lord, Mother, Father, God, Goddess, Whatever your word is again for your own personal divine, it's all good in every way. I intend to connect with you on an even deeper level than I ever have before. Let me surrender. Let me surrender all of my controls to you so that I may be clear. So that I may be clear. So that I may be a clear vessel and consciously aware of what I am choosing that is holding me back, that is keeping me in an old pattern of limitation, that is keeping me in an old belief of lack. This is the type of example of a sacred communication, doing it from the depths of your heart, being willing to ask for the assistance or intend that you receive it. Right now, you're receiving the assistance to transform and to transmute those old patterns, the energy patterns, the beliefs, the feelings, the ways of looking at yourself and the world. So the prayer or sacred communication to ask for that awareness is super powerful, above the type of prayer that we're used to doing, which is asking for something to happen in a certain way for us. I totally condone, though, getting really clear on what it is you want. Getting super clear and making it a practice that you go within to your heart. And if you have trouble doing that, I have free meditations on my website, and there's a link to my SoundCloud account, and I am posting more. But I also have I've released them a ton of meditations when I work with people, constantly doing customized meditations and activations and clearing when I work one-on-one, but also, thank you, Star Sister, thank you. But also I have a self-development program that's 6 weeks, and it's all automated, and it comes in your email 6 Fridays in a row. And that is meditations, activations, some EFT tapping to release, which really does wonders for people who are really up here, really active in the mind. In my work, I've found that the EFT tapping, and I customize it, really helps you to release a lot of the tension and a lot of the beliefs so that you can start to get to a quiet place, so that you can feel within your heart, so you can start to begin to be more present, okay? And I know I talked to, if you're still on here, Tammy, I am sending you your stuff. I'm sending you your stuff because I know we talked about that, and it's been ages. So if there's any questions, I invite you to go ahead and post them. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off so I can get a little bit of something to eat and replenish myself. And I'm going to be back online live to catch some other folks in different time zones. And if it's a good time for you, come back. Think about what you would like some insight on. And I'll be back at 5:30 Mountain. And I have no idea what time it is actually right now. So let's see. That's in 1 hour. That's in 1 hour. That's in 1 hour. So have a beautiful, beautiful night, and watch the replay if you're interested. There's a meditation in the beginning of this video for y'all. So I wish you so much blessings, so much peace and love, and keep taking very good care of yourself. And Lacey, with you doing all that energy work too, just conscious clearing, make sure you drink tons of water, and get nice nutritious food, and allow yourself as much sleep as possible. And I see you have a little one, so you are going to be laughing a lot, and that is super important while you're doing this kind of work. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you later.